This is Sean O'Malley, and you're watching Full-Time MMA. Don't be a bagel biting, bagel bitch boy, bagel bitch back.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Clout chaser alert. Clout chaser alert. Well, if it isn't Paulie Malignaggi coming out of nowhere to suck the clout out of McGregor versus Khabib. Pause. No, but on a serious tip, Paulie Malignaggi's coming out and he's blasting Conor McGregor. He's calling him the Pinata of combat sports, and isn't that mighty fucking ironic? You go train with McGregor, you take the payday, you switch sides on boxing first of all. Your team boxing, you're coming over here to train McGregor. Then you turn into a fucking weasel in the camp, mid-camp, because you get clipped up in sparring and dropped. The footage get released to promo the fight. You switch sides on Conor McGregor, and now we're here. Every chance you get, you're on social media speaking down on Conor McGregor's name, and how ironic you're calling him the Pinata of combat sports when you were the fucking Pinata of SBG Ireland when he was training for Mayweather versus McGregor. And if you want to mention Pinata with Conor McGregor's name, yeah, mention his training partners, like you, or like Artem Lobov, the GOAT, who's merciful enough to let Conor McGregor tee off on his ass and become the beast that he is today. Yeah, there's a lot of pinatas around Team SBG, but that's why Conor McGregor is one of the greatest goddamn athletes combat sports has ever seen. Now, with that being said, let's get into what Paulie Malignaggi had to say. He said, as far as Khabib versus McGregor, that's a good ass-kicking waiting to happen. He's going to get the shit beat out of him. Like a nice ass-kicking, too, because unfortunately for him, Khabib is totally emotionless and doesn't give a shit about your antics. These Eastern Europeans, you can't get in their heads. You ever notice these guys? They're like robots, bro. They're like killer machines. They have no emotion, bro. They have ice in their veins. He continued to say, he's been a pretty good punching bag lately. He got the shit beat out of him by everybody in sparring in camp. Me and Deshaun Johnson used to have to go easy on him. I smacked him around and he did everything he could to get me out of the camp. Then he got smacked around by Floyd Mayweather. Then he got smacked around by the authorities when he got arrested and he didn't want to fight Khabib, because now he's going to get smacked around by Khabib. How many times was fucking Paulie Malignaggi wrong right there? First, he said he got the shit beat out of him by everyone in sparring. For one, we never heard nothing about this Deshaun Johnson character till now, so please don't add no extra characters to the story. If Deshaun Johnson wanted to come out and be a motherfucking weasel and lie about sparring, he would have already done it by now, Paulie, so let's leave that out. And then you said he got smacked around by Floyd Mayweather. You mean, till the fucking 10th round, first time boxing ever went to the 10th round with Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, how about you smack those Irish nuts out of your mouth? Then he continued to say he got smacked around by the authorities. Are you fucking kidding me? The authorities knew better than to lay a motherfucking finger on Conor McGregor. He came out still looking like a million likes, after he got knocked out in the fucking boxing match. Oh, by the way, how did he get knocked out in a boxing match and still come out with no motherfucking scratches on his face? That's another topic for another day, Paulie, because Paulie continued and he said then he got smacked around or he didn't want to fight Khabib. I don't know if you watched that press conference, but McGregor said, when I got there, I tapped that bus window to let you know I come unarmed. He was there. He was on scene, at location. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to turn this into a Khabib versus McGregor thing because we're trying to leave it on Paulie, but I'm just saying Khabib didn't get off the bus for whatever the fuck that is worth. Maybe it wouldn't have been wise. Maybe it's because the door didn't open. But I think it's unfair. That's all I'll say. I think it's unfair to say Conor McGregor didn't want any fucking smoke. I don't think it would have showed up all the way, flew a million fucking miles across the goddamn ocean from Ireland to New York on a motherfucking private plane in one day if fucking he didn't want any smoke. I think you're scorned, Paulie, and I think you've been scorned for a long time now. We saw a couple weeks ago, Paulie was on Twitter complaining about his followers disappearing. I think we've got a motive. Clout chaser alert. Clout chaser alert. But Paulie McDougal's continued. He said, "You're a fucking pinata, bro. Think about it. You ever play with the pinata? You just beat the shit out of it and you get a nice prize at the end? He's like the pinata of combat sports. Everybody beats the shit out of him and then gets a prize too. I love it. You're a fucking pinata. Good luck. That's a nice ass whooping you're gonna catch next month." Yo, I gotta admit, that was a funny line, but Conor McGregor's not the pinata. I mean, I don't know if you've been paying attention to what's been going on in his MMA career, but what part of fucking pinata was he when he fought Jose Aldo or Eddie Alvarez? What part of a fucking pinata was he in half of his MMA fights? Are you kidding me? What part of a pinata was he when you were getting up off the canvas and sparring? Do pinatas knock your ass down when you swing at them? Do pinatas drop you in sparring? Alright guys, I'm off this video, man. It is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think about Paulie McDougal resurfacing and trying to suck the clout out of Conor McGregor. Pause. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.